you all to the Social Symposium of Vivan 8.0, the annual business conclave of IIFT Kolkata. The goals India has set for itself to be an energy independent country by 2047 are admirable in every way. But they will only be achieved if if the people put countries' interests ahead of their own. And they have the guts to forego the short-term advantages in favor of the long-term development. To illuminate the audience on how India can become an energy independent country by 2047 under the topic India's energy future in a world of change, we are proud to welcome Colonel Narendra Verma, Chief Operating Officer Utility Scales Project at CleanMax Environment Energy Solutions. Colonel Verma has over 37 years of rich leadership experience across a broad spectrum, starting from 23 years with the military to a very successful corporate career with marquee companies such as IBM, Suzlon, Vestas, GE, and CleanMax Energy. In the space of IT and renewable energy, where he has led onshore wind projects in India since 2008. He was the executive director and the head of projects Asia Pacific for onshore wind in GE Renewables before joining CleanMax as the chief operating officer for utility scale RE systems. He has led teams across different geographies to commission over 14 gigawatt of wind farms worth $15 billion in Asia Pacific region over the last decade. Besides, Sir is also the author of the best-selling book, Fearless Leadership, Lead to Win. We welcome you, Sir, to enlighten us all with your insights on the topic.
Okay, good evening once again. How many people have seen Uri movie? Uri? All of you have seen. Uri picture का कौन सा एक
तीन सबको याद रहता है.
So can we have that? So how's the Josh? How's the Josh? How's the Josh? Yeah, I think it's high enough. Good. The next hour and so that what I have here, I'll have the Josh go more. Okay. And Pran explained to you as to how my life has gone, how a boy who left home when he was 16 and a half, 17 years old, one winter night, was packed into the train from Agra to Pune. I remember, I think it was Jhelum, I don't know which train was it, I don't remember that. And I joined the NDA in 1982. Okay. And since then, it's been a roller coaster ride for me. And I would like to just take you through that and see what I have learned and how I can probably help you guys to probably achieve what you people want to achieve in life, provided you know what you want. So we'll also try and figure out how do you know what you want in life. So we'll talk about all that. What do you want me to talk first about? The sustainability part, the boring part, and the leadership, or the leadership part of it first?
So your journey.
बोलते हैं ना, you want to hear the good news or the bad news? तो लोग क्या बोलते हैं ज़्यादातर? Bad news सुना दो पहले, so that then I can listen to the good news. Anyway, both news are good. Both newses are good for just for the record's sake. What I do is I'll go over the sustainability part and we'll quickly go through it, because I think most of you know about what I'm going to talk about. So there is nothing new in that. It's only probably I'm going to give my tadka on to what you guys already know, and maybe give you some sense about what's happening in the world and what's specifically happening in India. Because the topic for this event is how India is going to be probably energy dependent, more clean and green India by 2047. So that's 25 years from today. So there are a lot of things which are happening, and it will be good for all of you to know about what's happening. And given that I've spent most of my corporate professional life in green energy, I'll probably be able to add some color to it. Okay. So can we have the sustainability presentation first? Okay. Fine. So this is what the Koshish team sent to me. The topic for what I have to cover: India's energy future in a world of change. Vision 2047: Clean, green, and energy independent India. So I think the topic is self-explanatory. Everybody knows that the time has come for the whole world to move towards a cleaner and a greener world, not for us, but for our children and grandchildren. Okay, so I don't want to waste too much time on the topic, but I think we'll cover these parts. Before I do this, what I want to just talk to you is about my life journey, because if you know me, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. So 40 years of my life, professional life, is what's put on the screen. It might look a little cluttered, but it's quite simple. 82, I started my life, like I told you, in the National Defence Academy, and about 3 years of NDA, 1 year of Indian Military Academy, and then I got commissioned as a second lieutenant in 2005. And then I was in the army for 2008, 23 years, correct. So 2008, I decided to quit army. I was doing well there, and not that I was superseded, or it was just that I wanted to just change track. Like you decide, okay, bahut ho gaya abhi, now let me try something else. And typically, once you command your regiment and you're a colonel, thereafter you have a long time before you become a brigadier and general and like that. And the nature of the work changes, from more of an execution based work and operational based to more of back end or strategic kind of work. And I was not very excited about all that, to be very frank. And I thought, let me learn something new. And then I switched career in 2008, put into the corporate, started my career with IBM. So the first 2.5 years was with IBM, where I was in the Vodafone account, telecom account there. And then I changed track and got into the renewable sector, when I joined a company called Enercon. So Enercon and Suzlon were the only two companies that time in India who were in renewable sector. They were installing wind turbines, and both were market leaders. So I joined Enercon. Thereafter, I kept moving between different renewable energy companies, as you can see. Too many moves. A lot of people sometimes say that too many moves in corporates are bad. People don't look up to you. But believe me, all these moves have been pull moves and not push moves. Wherever I have been in a company, the next company was trying to pull me into there. And it's all happened because of the challenges that I faced there and how we sorted those problems out. And if you look at in each of the companies, just look at the numbers. You can call me probably a transformation leader or a capability builder leader, whichever company wanted to go big in life. I was there at that company at that particular point of time, and during the 2 years or whatever time I was there, they have reached their lifetime high positions. I'm quite proud to be part of that journey of each of these companies. And so it was at Suzlon. Then if you look at Suzlon, we were doing 400, then we did 900, then 1800. Imagine how do you multiply capabilities year after year after year? How do you add people? How a non-process oriented company moves toward processes? How do you make systems automated? How do you ensure predictability becomes better efficiency? So there's a huge number of things. All of you are MBA students, and I believe almost 60-70% of you are work ex. So you have already worked in different organizations, and you'll be able to relate to what I'm talking about. So God has been kind, I would say. And sorry. Today I'm with CleanMax. I'm the Chief Operating Officer. I remember my wife is sitting there, and she has been a driving factor in my life, no doubt. All of us are lazy guys, to be very frank. You need somebody to keep reminding you and keep putting you on the right track. And whenever I was vice president somewhere, and they say, "Hey, kya vice president? Should be CEO or CEO kuch hona chahiye." See, God has been kind. Destiny has brought me to a place where I'm the Chief Operating Officer today. Okay, so that's how it is. And today we will talk about this. During my next presentation, I will talk about how things happen, how you can manifest things in your life. And whatever I'm telling you is not theory, that I can tell you. It's not theory. It's what I have applied in my own mind, either consciously or subconsciously. So we'll talk about it later. From an education perspective, I am a BTech from College of Military Engineering, that is Jawaharlal Nehru University, where I still have a record CGPA of 8.975 out of 9. That was in 92. And then I did my postgraduate from IIT Kanpur in Power Systems. Believe me, going to an IIT was my dream. When I was in 11th, I wanted to get into an IIT. I was studying hard for it. I was good in studies. I could have probably gotten into IIT that time. But then, like you say, destiny doesn't, the life takes you in a different direction. I was down with the jaundice for about 3-4 months. And it was very bad jaundice. It was a near death kind of experience that time for me. And finally, I joined India because my dad was also in the army defense, this thing. So I've seen army all around me, and that's another career that I love doing it. And I got into the army and then got into the engineers. And since I got into the engineers, it gave me an opportunity to go down to the technical line and then gave me an opportunity to do my post graduation in IIT. Again, it was a selection process, but it allowed me to do it. And finally, I landed in IIT. So the dream that you have in your mind, believe me, it's a matter of time, you'll reach there. Okay, is what I'm just basically trying to tell you here. Then Army sent me to do an MSc in Cranfield University, UK for 1 year in information systems. There's a campus called Royal Military College of Science, and a little story there. My both brothers are in US, okay, and Army sends you out to foreign postings and foreign courses. And when I had done my staff college in Wellington, India, you become eligible for foreign postings. And so Army chooses the top few guys and calls them for interviews. And I remember a call coming to me for going to Bhutan. Army has a base in Bhutan. So I was on leave in Pune. And when the letter came, my dad told me one thing. क्या भूटान जाना है तो UK US कहीं ऐसे जाओ. It was a matter of 3 months after this. Okay, matter of 3 months. After 3 months, I get another call to come for an interview for 2 courses. One was a logistic management course and one was an information systems course in UK. And I got selected for both of them. Went for UK, both me, my family, my children. For 1 year, we enjoyed our time there. We learned obviously. But something which is in your back of the mind, I don't know how many of you have read books like Secret and so many other books which are there. You know, once you think about something, believe me, the universe, they say, conspires to make that happen. I have seen it in my life happening. So this is not theory that I'm talking about. So don't rule these concepts out. They really help you in life. Total about, in the last about a decade or so, about 14 gigawatt of projects across different geographies. I've done projects in these geographies. So I've done projects, like I told you in the previous tenure, I was doing projects. My projects were in China, Vietnam, India. This is what I was taking care of. Then I've done, when I was in Suzlon, Brazil, Uruguay, we had a project. South Africa, we had projects. So I've seen people working in different cultures. I've been in UK myself, so I've seen people working from different cultures. One thing I can only tell you, irrespective of the culture that a person comes from, fundamentally a human being is the same everywhere. His fundamental needs are the same. And if you can address it at that frequency level, it doesn't matter what color of skin that person has, what background he has come from. I've been in media at a lot of places nowadays, and recently I was awarded as one of the top 100 most powerful and influential leaders in the solar industry by Solar Quarter and First View. They are one of the media groups who monitor this thing. And then I've been participating in different events, motivating them. And today's a series of that, and I don't know how Kanika found me on that LinkedIn, but here I am. So this is another destiny for me also, to be very frank, and I was looking forward to this event. Moment she said, "Sir, we are looking for. Are you keen to come here?" And I think I took not more than a couple of minutes to tell you yes. It was not yes because I was free and I had nothing to do. Okay, it was just yes because I love being with young people. It connects me back to this, and if I can help somebody by sharing my life stories, and they gain something in life. Even if one of you probably achieve what you want to achieve, I think it's